Ladies and gents, all things covered, listeners and viewers, appreciate you joining our show once again. Of course, you know how we rock and roll. Another outstanding show prepared for you guys with a spectacular guest. If you're a fan like we are of sound defensive play in the secondary, you will enjoy this show. If you grew up collegiately rooting for UCF, you will enjoy this show. And if you grew up professionally rooting for Seattle or now rooting for the Jacksonville Jaguars, you're going to be jumping for joy because we have one of your favorite Jaguar players on our show right now. Of course, he's a Florida native. You already know he's a good guy. Plays in the secondary, third-round pick out of UCF in 2017 by the Seattle Seahawks. Fifth-year NFL pro, four with the Seahawks, one with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And get this man has already got a Pro Bowl under his resume. As we speak, to add more to the resume, don't worry, he got more coming. Shaquill Griffin is joining us here. All things covered. Pat P, Brian McFadden, Shaq, man, how you feeling? How you doing?
Man, feeling good, man. Back getting to it, man. Body feeling good, feeling recovered, rejuvenated, and man, it's great feeling right now. Feeling real good.
Man, it's great to have you on our show. Family and football is a big focus for us, me and Pat P. You know, we have family ties. But for you have family ties as well. You know what I mean? Not just playing high school, little league, college, NFL. So what were some of the best and worst parts of playing with your brother growing up as children? What were some of the best parts and what were some of the worst parts?
I think the best parts was actually being on the same team, having my twin brother right there. Ain't nothing like talking about the practice or the game when you get home. But I think the worst part was when the coaches started to put me and my brother against each other. At an early age, that beef got serious. I remember this when you got the Oklahoma drills. You know, nowadays it kind of went down, but back in the day you had the Oklahoma drills, and they called both of us up. Man, somebody about to get embarrassed. Don't know who. The first time we ever did, I had to be maybe 7, 8 years old. And man, we got up and we hit each other. And I got him the first one, ran him over. Good one. I'm one step ahead, got him one. So they said, so he ended up getting up. We at 8 years old. He already saying running back. You know something ain't right, man. I don't see him. He boohoo crying now. Man, he came back, boy, he hit me so hard. It's probably one of the hardest hit I ever got hit ever in my life from my brother. So at that point, my dad said, don't make them go against each other no more. Ain't gonna never end well.
Who's the oldest?
I'm the oldest by 1 minute.
Oh, okay, by 1 minute. I got you.
Yeah, seconds. Hey. I let him every time.
I know. Hey, Shaquill, I got twins myself. I got boy and girl, but boy, they got a love-hate relationship. Was it the same for you growing up with your twin? Did you guys have like a love-hate relationship, always fighting and always loving each other?
Nah, it was always like that. You know, I feel like whatever the hate part came from, we was competing. Yeah, that's the crazy part. My dad put us in boxing for the first time, and they put us against each other. We trying to figure out who had the last hit because ain't nobody going. So whoever got the most, games or toys, whatever it is, we compete about everything. So I think that's where the hate came from. I remember Christmas Day, we had got some toys, and he threw one of my toys and it broke. First thing I got to do is start swinging. No thought. I get one good hit, I'm taking off running. You know, last hit, you win. Yeah. I take off running. This man scooped me up. So yeah, man. But nah, man, it's always a lot of love. But when that came to anything competing, boy, that brother thing go out the door quick.
No question. Yeah, I already know, man, because I got a brother as well, so I know where you're coming from, totally. But do you think you would have attended a different college if you wasn't so passionate about continuing to play with your brother at the college level?
Most definitely. I feel like we ain't had a bond that we had, and we do have right now. But if we didn't have that, I honestly would have went to, I can't even tell you at what school it would have been, I turned down offers, and it was.
What was your top 5? Like, give me some of your top 3 or somewhere you would have wanted to go.
True. I didn't even have no top. It was Miami.
Miami.
I was going to Miami. That's one thing about it from the beginning. I was going to Miami, but that was a dream for both of us. I was at school, and I felt like that's where I was going. Once I got that offer for the first time after the camp, they didn't offer my brother, but they said they give him a track scholarship, so we both can come and he can try to earn. But shoot, man, he at heart, he football first. Track was cool, was good at it, but shoot, man, football at heart first. So, we didn't make that happen. So that's when UCF came in the picture. But I was sure, die hard, I'm going to Miami. No doubt.
I'm glad you did right. You don't need to go down there. Ain't nothing good going on there.
I wanted to go to Miami too.
Pat P, you did right as well.
Hey, I was at the camp. They had Uncle Luke at the camp. So there we go. We had Uncle Luke at the camp already.
Yeah. You did right. You see, I got that Florida State jersey. You did what you were supposed to do, Shaquill. Yeah, everything worked out how it's supposed to. And because of the success you had there in Orlando, you got drafted by Seattle. Tell us, what was your first thoughts getting drafted to Seattle when they were still very much in the Legion of Boom era?
Oh, man, I didn't know what to expect. I just knew I was going to see some great guys who I, grew up watching. And I can only imagine what was going to be first when I got there. I'm like, man, I'm going to see these guys who's so awesome in the league already. They ain't going to help me, man. I'm here to take people's spots, man. They ain't going to mess with me. But it was a total opposite. So, coming in, guys open arms. I remember seeing Cam Chancellor. When I watch him on the game, it's just everything's just anger. You already know how he play, like just aggressive. I see him, biggest guy, smiling, cheesing from ear to ear. I'm thinking like, dang, well, I didn't know he was like this. Like I said, the only thing I know is, behind the helmet. So, I'm thinking like these guys are going to want to help, but getting there, man, them guys open arm, Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman taking me under his wing. Man, it's just some real awesome guys. And it was a blessing to play with those guys like that. Even Bobby Wagner, KJ Rice, Cliff Avery. It was a great group, So I was put in a blessing situation, for them guys to take me under their wing and really learn something, about this game. So, man, it was awesome.
Tell me something that Richard, shared with you or gave you a tip of anything to better your game, because at some point you guys kind of looked identical, obviously, when you guys playing across from each other.
Yeah.
Like, was there anything that stuck with you that he gave you during you guys playing time together?
Rookie year, first come in, I think the first thing he did tell me was the main thing is being in the position you in is being a rookie, you can't act like a rookie. If you want to be the guy that want to play in this game right away, ain't no time to be like, I'm the youngest guy. There's no such thing. So that's one thing that stuck with me. That's something I still tell rookies not today. You want to be a guy you want to count on. You can't come here and act like a rookie. That maturity level got to add up quick, and it's come to someone counting on you to be where you need to be at. So that was one. But I feel like the main thing in life in general was, being the same. It's some people who show you something different, at work, and he's a totally different person, outside of it. I always maintain the same emotion, when it comes to, my people, my peers. Like, this is who I am. This is what you're going to get. It's one thing about it is no one's going to say, man, yeah, Shaq different, man. I don't really mess with him outside. That's never my thing. So, and when it comes to that, just staying poised in every situation. Being thrown that fire early, it's something I had to learn really quick. Like I said, I was thrown in this Legion of Boom era. And I feel like with me, it was no room for mistakes. I was trying to do everything right for those guys. But, I was trying to be the guy to study. And I remember one time he just closed my iPad. He said, in the day, but you still got a step kick. You learn, still got a step kick. You can't get that part right no matter what you remember. And it's just being real. As an older brother, that's just some real things to say, man. Staying poised in every situation. At the end of the day, you got to compete no matter what you know, what you don't. You got to compete. So that's some things that I continue not today. I don't overthink too much, man. In the day, man, you got to come battle. If you want to win, you got to do whatever it takes. So that's something that stayed with me, just staying poised in every situation, every scenario, and on and off the field. That's something that's big that I still use today.
Yeah. And let's go to 2018. I mean, another highlight of your early career. 2018 draft, you were standing right next to your brother when he got the news the Seattle Seahawks were selecting him. How did you process him making history, number one, and also being picked by your team?
Man, I don't know. It's still hard to put into words. Like I said, man, back when that happened, I was crying more than him. So it was a lot.
I remember that. It was
a lot of emotions, but I feel like what people didn't see was the process up until like he got actually drafted. Like, understand this is a guy who was there day one, for the publicity and everything, being the guy who he is. He knew he wasn't going day one, but he sat there, got suited up, shaking hands, taking pictures, to give that look that the NFL wanted, from my brother. This is history in the making. We want you to be a part of that. To day two, dressing up again. This is a day he's like, what? I possibly could go. I checked off every box. I accomplished this in college. I went to the combine. I made history at the combine. I did that. I'm a marketable guy. I got good character. So, you come into this time, you getting dressed, you want to check off every box, leave no regrets. And, he felt that, going to day 2, and it doesn't happen. So the type of person it says like, dang, man, they made me come out here and all this happened and I don't know where I'm going. So think about the pressure that he's going through. So I'm like, shoot, I'm feeling the same thing. And people ask me, I know I was going to draft him. Not at all. Not one bit.
Yeah. Real quick for you. Can you give us a little insight about your brother? And if you don't know about Shaquill's brother, he doesn't have 2 full arms, but he got drafted, played collegiate football, successful, made it to the NFL, was successful as well. But give us a little story, if you can share with us, where because, we oftentimes complain about anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. We call it first world problems. If something is not there, if your body not feeling well, but your brother was not blessed with 2 full arms, but never allowed that to detour his dreams. But do you have a story where you actually was probably feeling down and you looked at your brother, or you saw him doing something like, man, this man getting it. If he getting it, I got to get it as well.
True, man. It's even hard to even give you a story where I felt like I was down on myself. Then I looked at him to find motivation. I feel like it was always there. Mm-hmm. So I was the guy who was like, I can't let up. I can't let up. I can't let up. Growing up, my dad used to say, man, you know what? Your brother was trying to take the easy way out. You're talking about my brother. Mm-hmm. And, in my head, I'm thinking like, man, I can't lose. I can't lose, and I was always motivated by him because he was always the one. Like, if anybody asks, like, man, who the best one out of y'all 2? We always together. We always say, yeah, man, we even. Yeah. But watching games and stuff from high school, little league, high school, to college, he was amazing. He was that guy. He was the best one out of us 2. We've been totally honest. He was that guy. Mm-hmm. So my thing was, he's already so good, and he didn't have to work as hard as me. So I had to keep going. He motivated me. So it was never no time where I was like, man, I feel, I can't get through this. Then I looked at him like, oh, you know what? Yes, I can. Yeah. I was always never trying to fail because I knew he was that guy this whole time. So someone who I looked up to at the same time. So yeah, man, I was trying to everything I tried to accomplish. I was hoping he was happy about it, Yeah. So pretty cool. He always motivated me.
And speaking of emotions, let's go through the emotion roller coaster. 2009 playoff against Green Bay.
19.
I'm sorry, 2019 playoff.
Yeah, 2019.
The 2019 playoff against Green Bay, where you and your brother shared a sack against the great Aaron Rodgers. And also, how surreal was that moment when you saw the celebration afterwards?
Do you remember the play call also?
Man, so the play call was a corner blitz.
Yep.
So I remember everything that happened. And it was so crazy because I'm sitting here trying not to show it. I'm looking like I'm trying to creep in. So,
hey, no question. You can't show that corner blitz too early because that tackle or that end man gonna point you out.
Yeah, it got to be perfect. So this whole time, I'm telling my brother, once we got the play call, I ain't gonna look at you. I ain't looking. So this whole time, we wait for the play, and it was a crucial moment. You talking about third down. Like, we need it. In a crucial game. So for it to happen, and the celebration was definitely, that was just, I don't know how that even happened. It wasn't played. It came like that. So it was always cool, but it was funny when they first said, it was like, Shaquem Griffin got the sack. He just wanted an interview saying, nah, man, I'm sharing that sack with my brother. And it was his first sack of the season. Yeah. So it was an emotional moment for him as well, get a chance to, to share that moment, against a great like that in a big time situation, to make that play. It was awesome. I feel like, that's something I always remember. But yeah, man, that's experience. It's hard to put into words, man. Understand that we got a chance to, make history from little league, high school to college to playing at the highest level ever and making a play like that on the same team with your twin brother. That's something you always talk about.
That's a dream story. That's a dream story. So, man, you guys have been living a dream, when it comes to athletically doing everything together and then getting drafted to the same team. Like, man, that's crazy. That's beyond rare.
Occurring. That's insane, bro.
Yeah. So, another emotional moment for you. You got rewarded for the success you had your entire 2019 season. But what were your emotions of getting selected to your first Pro Bowl in 2019?
Oh man, it was crazy. So I actually was in Arizona at the time, hanging with some guys before I even got the call. And I remember watching one of the playoffs game. We was just chilling, watching the playoff game. I think it was Stan Fran playing at the time. When I got the call, it was like, hey man, from I think he said Richard Sherman. which was the craziest thing. Richard Sherman, he busy, he can't come to the Pro Bowl, in the playoff run and everything that's going on. It was like, you the next man up, so, congratulations on making your first Pro Bowl. I was like, who playing on my phone? What is this? Who playing on my phone right now? Shoot, I'm in off season right now, already in off season mode right now. I'm like, who playing on my phone? And it was like, man, then I seen my coaches and stuff like, congratulations, man. I was like, oh, this is real life. People call back, now we talk about flights and all this stuff. I was like, wait, this the real deal. So, man, it was a lot of emotions going in, being able to share that with some teammates. My brother was there. He didn't believe it at first. So, man, it was a huge celebration. But, man, it's something definitely worked hard for. You come in year one, have a great year. I feel like year two wasn't my best, and to come back, to show the reason why I deserve to be here. I feel like it was a huge moment for me, especially in the stepping stone in, my career, to be able to bounce back from a season that I didn't, so much enjoy. So, it was an amazing moment for me.
And also tell me a little bit about, how was it, obviously the emotions and how surreal it was being around the guys though at the Pro Bowl with the practices, going to the different events because you went to, was it in Orlando still?
Orlando, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So going to like the Disney World, doing all the different events. So how was it being around the other NFL greats? Because you're so used to being around just your teammates.
Right.
How was it just being around the other NFL greats?
It was different, man. It was definitely different because I'm a guy, I'm trying to pick people's brains. So right. I'm looking at guys who've been multiple times, and I like to ask, like, man, I think I remember asking Gilmore, I said, man, how do you stay consistent year in, year out? It's not like you getting younger. It's not like your body recovers fast. Like after a while, it changes. So right. I'm like, how do you stay consistent? Like, what is it? It's the mindset. And, as he says, it's a little bit of both. You got to train your mind just as hard as you train your body multiple times. Like, you get your break here to be able to relax. But once you lock back in, it's a real thing you got to lock into. So when people say you got to sacrifice the next 7-8 months, that's a real thing. And a lot of people can't lock in that long to be able to get to where you need to be at. So hearing work like that, like I remember, training today. I'm getting the younger guys, back running around. I've been doing it for a minute, but they asked me like, dang, why you started so early? I said, bro, I'm not as young as y'all no more. Right. The truth of the matter, it's going to take me longer. I got to do more for my body. I got to run a little extra, whatever it is, for me to be ready. And I'm trying to teach y'all that now. That's why I'm trying to get people to come train, whatever it takes. Don't wait till the last minute. But it's true. And you can't stay consistent if you don't continue to do more year in, year out. So, man, it was just so real to be with guys like that. And besides just on the field, Earl Thomas being the guy he is, I stuck around his family most of the time. Yeah. Him and my family is really tight, so we hanging, going to the parks, taking the kids out like it's a real family thing. And it's just cool because now you get a chance to celebrate your success with your people. And I got a chance to feel that, and see what it looks like. So, man, it was amazing. That's something that I definitely want to get back to.
Yeah. One of the things I took from, just like you said, being a young guy, I had the opportunity to go to a couple Pro Bowls in my career. That's one of the things that I did as well, was picking the older guys' brains. And one of the things I took from it was, the guys just building in my head, just build a routine, create a routine that would get you in the best position possible as far as your body, your mind, home stuff, your kids, just create a routine and don't try to break from it. And, that's something that helped me throughout my career and helped me, go to multiple Pro Bowls and also, continue to play in this league for a long time. So I love when the younger guys come to the Pro Bowl just to see their experience, because it's once in a lifetime to be around a ton of great guys in one place at one time. You know what I mean? So I always think the Pro Bowl is a great opportunity for guys, not only to piggyback off each other, but just celebrate each other off each other's greatness. And the NFL does.
Definitely the best part, get to and everybody really do celebrate each other, and that's pretty awesome. No one's like, man, I'm this guy, and
right, exactly.
And no one, I'm above you, I'm above this.
It's all love,
and that's cool. I really love that the most. You're definitely right. Everybody do something there. That was dope.
Yeah, man.
So Shaq, you look at the success going to a Pro Bowl. A year ago, you got rewarded nicely. Signed a huge contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They also gave you, they didn't give it. You earned that C on your jersey as a cap.
Hey, Matt, what Deion say with that gold jacket? You can't buy that.
You can't buy that. Yeah. Ain't nobody just hand that C to you. You actually earned it, which means a lot because, you were new to the team. But we've heard a lot, about the challenges of last season in Jacksonville. How much is true, and how would you describe the Urban Meyer experience a year ago?
The Urban Meyer experience was definitely different. I can honestly say, everything that was going on, I was buying into. Understand going to a new team, having a new coach. Whatever the message was, whatever he decided he wanted to run with, I was open arms, and I was ready to go with it, whatever it takes. Because at first you got to buy in.
You do.
First, and I'm a big guy. I'm gonna give it to you until proven otherwise. And we hit some bumps in the road, with Urban Myers, and it happened. I feel like my main job was once it happened, I had to make sure I kept the locker room right, because there ain't no such thing when the locker room is against the coaches and everything breaking down. And we already had enough going on in Jacksonville as itself, trying to rebuild something. So, I was just the guy, that kind of continued to motivate, to understand like it's going to be better days, like it's going to happen. Yeah. But like I said, we got a young team. So it took more for me to do things and say more when it comes to the young guys who buy into whatever is going on. Like, understand there's people that was there when they already had a losing season. So, you got guys running around thinking like, man, it's just a paycheck. It might just be a paycheck. But I was the guy breaking them out of that. It's not that. I mean, we trying to win. We trying to change the environment, trying to change the city, this organization. So I had to be that guy. So it was a lot doing that and, trying to stay above everything that was going on. I feel like anything that happened was a trending topic. We trying to get past that part. We trying to play football. So, yeah, the experience was different, but I can honestly say I bought in, with every message he said. I appreciate him even the opportunity because, he was one of the reasons why I was there as well. So I can't take that from him. But, like I said, I buy in, I believe, until proven otherwise. Like, whoever it is, I'm going to give you everything I have.
Well, what went through the locker room when Urban didn't go back with the team and that picture came out? Like, how did you guys handle that? Because I know as a fan from afar, I was like, man, what the freeze going on? Like,
it's tough to wrap that around. So at first, understand, a lot of people didn't even know he didn't come back.
And that's the thing. So, as players, coaches fly back with us.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
that never happened. Like, my years in Seattle, I never seen it. So coming here, I didn't know he wasn't on the plane until the came out. And I'm thinking maybe this is some old, at first I'm thinking this old picture or video that resurfaced, like stuff like that happens. But once this whole story came out, now we in the locker room, like I said, we're a trending topic now.
Yeah.
So you got a game coming up, but you got this situation here. What do you focus on the most?
No question.
So it was kind of hard. Like I said, it was hard for us to wrap our head around it because we had other stuff to prepare for.
Did you guys look at him differently when he addressed the team? I mean, because, for us as players, we get looked at in a different limelight. But let's keep it real. You got to hold coaches more accountable than players because we follow their lead. How was that first meeting when he got back into the locker room, when y'all done saw the picture? He was on the plane. Like, how did you guys look at him when he came back to the team and addressed the team?
So before he addressed the team, we had like a leadership council. So the ones who got the CO in their chest, we talk. Because those are the ones we ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. We're gonna tell you how it is, how we feel, what's going on. That's why you got us here. So he had a meeting with us, and we pretty much told him, like, you have to build his trust back. Like, understand, we rocking for you because we got to figure this out. It doesn't matter. It happened. You can't take it back. So we rocking with you. We're gonna try to water whatever we need down, but at this point, you need to get your trust back with your team.
Right.
So before we even had a talk with the team, we spoke with each other at first. And like I said, the guys who got to see on chest, we made sure like this is what it is. Like, no sugarcoat. You got some work you got to do. And, now he addressed the team and, he owned up to, the situation, what's going on. And you feel me? Understand that we got to get back to football.
Yeah. So
I respect that. But like I said, we had a lot of stuff we had to prepare for. Like, we got a team that we trying to build this organization back up, so it's cool, now, with Doug Pederson and everything, just now, me going into the weight room, the locker room, walking around the building, it's a different atmosphere. It feels different because I honestly can say, I think he's a totally different person than Urban Myers. And it shows because it reflects off the people who works with you.
No question.
You got everybody got a little pep and they step, a little bounce. You feel me? I got no problem staying here. You know, off-season people, we gone.
Right.
You catch me somewhere else. I want to be. I'm there every day training. So, you know, it's different. So, and I appreciate that because we need it.
Yeah, well, speaking of your new coach, what do you know about your new coach, Doug, and what can you expect? What do you expect from him with him being coach?
I definitely expect him to open up that playbook because, you know, me going against him when he was over there in Philly, you know, I got a chance to play against him, playoff game, whatever. I know one thing, no matter what players are there, he can make the best out of whatever the situation is. And that's a guy who knows how to adapt to the game. Mm-hmm. And then being a guy who played in the league, it's relatable. It's so many situations that he don't seen from the years I'm playing that I probably haven't seen yet. It probably some answers that I don't have answers to that I can ask him and he can relate to. Now that's different. Like guys that been through it, you know, he understands how maybe our body might feel going in week 9, week 10. He might understand that.
Right.
You know, going through camp, what we need to do to adapt to certain situation during the season. He's been there. So, you know, that's one thing that, I learned over the years of just playing against him.
Yeah. I forgot Shaquill and Pat, you know, Deshae. You got Deshae over there as your coach now.
Oh, yeah.
That's my boy. I told him, I said it's full circle. So my before my rookie year, you going through the whole process, and I had these official visits, and he was in Tennessee.
Yep.
So he called me the first time he get here. It says DB coach Tennessee. I said, what? So, he texted me, and then I remember the name. And I was like, wait, you know what's crazy? You know, I already had your number from this whole time. He's like, yeah, man, you came and took a visit. I said, wow, full circle.
Man, Deshae a great guy, bro. When I was in Pittsburgh, my rookie year, and my entire time there, man, Shea took me under his wing. Deshae was so smart. We had a defensive called tight drop Deshae. That's how much respect Dick LeBeau had for Deshae Townsend. Tight drop Deshae. It was a double coverage call, either play 2 or 6. Man, Deshae's a great guy, man. You're going to have fun, of course. You know what he means football-wise, but he's going to get you guys in the right direction. And talking about this upcoming season, man, listen, I can say this much. Y'all was spending money. Wasn't caring nothing about where it was going. Was spending money, deserving, so you had it available. But what do you think the most important move will be for the team? Free agency is still intact, but the next thing is the draft. You guys got the first overall pick. Once again, last year you spent it on Trevor Lawrence. What do you think will be the direction of the team this year with that first overall pick?
Well, I feel like they should put me right there in the office right now talking about this. But I feel like one thing that I said, I feel like we got some great picks on offense, especially with our tight ends and our receiver. We got some really great guys. Got to beat them in. That's going to change the way we can run the offense. Getting Visca and everybody kind of situated, getting Trevor a little more. It's going to be some great things. So I love the pieces they already added, and going on defense, getting another guy that can help in that secondary that's going to make some plays, a guy who love to go get the ball. So we need that. I said, now one thing going into draft, I said, that's find somebody that's scary on defense. Like, I understand you got the job and stuff. You got a game plan against guys like that. But give us one more scary guy. You hear this name, you be like, dang, but we got to figure out a situation for him.
Yeah,
you got a game plan against this guy. So you got a strong secondary. You got a game plan against you got Josh Allen. You got a game plan against him, and you get another scary name. Like, dang, but we got to figure out a situation for him. The more people got a game plan against, the easier it is going to be for everybody around the whole defense. Yeah. So that's what I look for.
It sounds like you would prefer, and this might be biased because you play on the defensive side, but it sounds like you would prefer that number one pick to go to a pass rusher.
Yeah,
go get him.
Hey, I'm okay with that. I can tell you a name. I can tell you a name that might surface. I know you guys just signed Arden Key from San Francisco, gave him a 1-year deal. Arden, he played at LSU, right, Pat P?
Yeah.
LSU, he had a pretty good year for San Francisco. But I'm going to tell you a name that could go number one, but a lot of people might not be expecting because, you hear Hutchinson, you hear Kayvon Thibodeau from Oregon, freaking Trayvon Walker from Georgia.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That's what I was going to say.
Trayvon Walker from Georgia. I mean, 6'5", 270, ran 4.5 or whatever it is, and he got hot taste.
My homeboys, they somewhere running around this house. If my homeboys is in this room right now, listen to this, and they tell me what I say, if we get that big boy, Pat, we get that big boy, I'm telling you, they gonna be like, whoa, boy, they're moving like that. Man, gonna be licking my chops back there, man.
Boy ran 4.5. Hey, we used to say in Pittsburgh, man, make it hot so we can squat, so we can sit on some rocks when we know that ball coming out. Make it hot so we can squat.
Man, every team we go against, they gonna see that big fella. They gonna be like, yeah, we gotta figure this out.
Yeah, gotta figure this out.
And that's great. That's the same person, but you got the guy from Michigan and there's so many other.
You got Hutchinson, Thibodeau.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of great guys, but you talking about what we need. That big fella.
I agree. And obviously, we all saw what the AFC West has been doing. They've been reloading all throughout the yin yang, getting everybody who they need to get them back to the dance. You got the Chiefs reloading. You got the Raiders reloading. Chargers.
Even in the division, they got Matt Ryan in the AFC South.
Yeah. Then you got the AFC South also reloading with Matt Ryan, who they say probably considered to be one of the weakest divisions. Speaking of the AFC South. But tell me a little bit, what you think the Jags have to do to compete for a division title?
Man, we got to win the games. One, we got to win the games we're supposed to win. Like you said, the AFC South, they're not counted as one of the best in the league right now. So when I say this division is open, that's just being true.
Right.
In those games, you got to win. Going against these guys for so long, I don't think Tennessee going to change too much. We know how to play against them. Got to win.
Yeah.
Indianapolis, I don't think they ain't running from the run game.
Hey, and this too, y'all got Indianapolis number anytime they play in Duval. They can't beat y'all in Jacksonville.
Yeah,
I don't even know why.
So these games we got to win, but we can win in their place.
Yeah.
That'll mess people up. You know, we know how to play them. We know how to play Tennessee. Houston, we got to win those games. So I feel like that's the main job in the South. We have to. And it was crazy, AFC making all these changes. You talk about Denver, all these guys. We have those guys on the schedule. So we're going to see some guys.
Yeah.
And this is the part that you want. This is what you asked for. You're going to get some of the best, literally. The ones they consider the best, you're going against. You should want this. You win those games, you're going to throw some people off.
Yeah.
We got those. You win those games, you're going to throw people off. And that's what we got to do. So win the games we're supposed to. The whole, that South, we got to win that.
Hey, Shaquille, you got a little fired up talking about the team.
I ain't gonna lie, but I told you I've been training too much, but I'm in shape right now. I'm ready for one-on-ones.
Hey, Pat P, he went to a different level when he started talking about the division teams and who they got
fired up, didn't he?
No question. I said he ready right now. Right now.
In March.
Hey, I love it. Hey, Shaquille, last question for you before we transition to the superlative part of the show. Number 1 draft pick a year ago, Trevor Lawrence, didn't have the rookie season that many thought he would have. Of course, you talked about the structure, the lack thereof, but how good can Trevor Lawrence be? And can he get you guys to that next level as a potential franchise quarterback?
I feel like Trevor Lawrence is still the one that we needed. He's still that guy that we needed over here in Jacksonville. I feel like now, having a year on his belt, understand anybody who played in the league, after year 1, you learn a lot about yourself. And that maturity level comes so fast. Like, you know how it is being in the league. She'll put extra years on your body, mentally and physically. So having that year on the belt and going through what he's went through with the Urban Meyers and everything, it was a lot of pressure for a young guy to go through. I don't think nothing that's going to be any harder than that. So he can only go up from here. And I feel like they're truly going to let him play his game. Yeah. And that's the part I think I'm most excited for, because it's so much this man has under his belt that he didn't get a chance to use yet. Yeah. So I'm excited for him. I feel like he's still the one. I truly, truly do believe in that. And I feel like, whole Duval do. So
let's go. Shout out to Duval. And speaking of Duval, we're going to transition to our superlative part of our show. Shaq, we're going to hit you with rapid fire questions. We want your honest, unbiased answer. Best fan interaction you've had as a professional player?
Best fan interaction?
Yes. Fan could have done something weird, could have been something unexpected. You like, oh shoot, what? Like, best fan interaction?
In Seattle, had to be my second year. My brother was there. And, when you host camp, you get the fans and all that stuff involved. Someone asked for a kiss, and I just felt like that was a little Like, imagine you
What?
in camp signing football. Oh, here you go, little kid. Hey, here go the shirt. Sign my flag. Then, oh, I just want to kiss you so bad. Nah, I can't be doing that. Off script outside of football is being crazy, but that I feel like that's for any football player when they see that. But to be there, like, I don't care where the camera's at. I don't care who watching. We can do this. Type ready. That was a little, that was different for me. I had to walk away on that one. Sign the football. Had to keep that pushing.
All right. Next one, your favorite vacation spot.
Favorite vacation spot. So I just went to Maldives. Actually, maybe.
Man, when you go there, I went there a couple years ago.
Yeah, so that was crazy. Maldives was insane, man. They take you to the little island. It's all water. Yeah, it's all water around there, man. I had a nice little suite where we had an upstairs room with a nice, crazy, amazing view, and then the downstairs bed was in a tank. Like, I got sharks. Like, it was crazy. But will I go there anytime soon? Probably not.
It's a hike to get there now.
Oh my God, that's all day. So will I go back? Probably, run around some kids for a year or two or something, and then I'll probably check it out again. But yeah, that flight, boy, it'll make it.
It's a hike to get there, man. Definitely that, for sure.
So far, that's my favorite one so far, Maldives for sure.
All right, next question. You recently asked your Twitter followers this on Twitter. Favorite workout song? What's your favorite workout song?
My favorite workout song?
Yeah.
So I'm an R&B fan. So workouts, I'm playing Ride Wave 1, but I might throw some Lauryn Hill on there, Erykah Badu, like some real slow jams that just get you in that mood. Like, man, just relax.
Yeah.
Just chill, man. Everything gonna be okay. That type of music make me feel good. Like, everything gonna be all right. You put some Lauryn Hill on right now, you gonna sit back and be like, you know what? Yeah, you straight. I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You listen to Lauryn Hill before you
I'm a relax. I ain't worrying about nothing else but what she's saying right now. She jamming right now. You know that kind of stuff. I'm a real R&B fan because I like being that element. Like, man, we gonna be good, man. Just grind it out straight.
So you listen to Lauryn Hill before you go out and play?
Yeah, I'm R&B.
Yeah.
So
I ain't gonna lie though.
Before we go out, you got the locker room music, and I tend to stay, and I gotta crank people up. So I'm cranking them up, and I'm gonna get myself right too. So that happens. But yeah. When I'm chilling right before the day of the game in the morning on the way there, even when warm ups.
But hey, hold on, wait a minute. Hey, Shaquille, I don't want to get you in trouble, but I'm a fan of your girlfriend when it comes to the rap game. Hey, you didn't mention Tokyo Jets. Hey, Pat P, his girlfriend is Tokyo Jets. Shout out to Duval, by the way.
Hey, I wasn't, but she the same way like me, man. She low key, like she understand the fame and all that stuff. Shoot, being who I am, and everybody that me and my brother, we walk around, we incognito. If you figure it out, cool. But I ain't looking for no attention. And she the same way. So you feel me? Me not mention her name, one, everybody already know.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, I thought you might have had her on the playlist.
Right. She pulled up somewhere. You look just like Tokyo. She said, I don't know who that is. So yeah, I already know how she is. We the same way. So you feel me? But no, man. That's the one who really kind of like, you feel me, helped me out, a lot mentally. So I appreciate her. But yeah, my girl gonna be doing some big things. You know what I'm saying? So no, that's cool. That's cool.
No doubt.
Well, I got one more for you before you enjoy the rest of your evening. Best road stadium you played at?
Best stadium?
Best road stadium. Road stadium you played at.
Best road stadium. I ain't gonna lie, man. Shoot, Green Bay.
Lambeau.
Green Bay. But I think it's not just about the stadium. I think it's the history behind it.
Yeah.
And then, my first game. Matter of fact, I didn't even start that game. It was the first game I really just played. This rookie year, first game of the season. One of your corners get thrown out early in the first quarter. Shoot, man, I'm there. I'm starting now. They're going against Aaron Rodgers and the young Devontae Adams. You talking about 5 years ago? The younger Devontae Adams, they had a team.
Yeah.
So, you go from that historic time for me playing against one of them greats early on to getting that sack with my brother in that same stadium. It's just it's a lot of history behind that one stadium. Now, I don't been to the stadium where I don't seen the look. Like you talk about Dallas with the big Dramatron, and you talk about LA now, the way they got. It's some amazing stadiums, but you talk about some history. You know, made some plays. I feel like that's the one. That's the one.
No doubt. Well, hey, man, Shaquill, man, thank you for joining us on this show.
Appreciate it, man.
Outstanding high character guy. We'll have that C on. You better have that C on your jersey again.
It ain't going nowhere. That's for the rest of my career. It ain't going nowhere.
No question. Hey, but man, best of luck to you this season. Most importantly, stay healthy. When you're healthy, everything else going to play itself out. But thank you for joining us, Bryant, McFadden, Pat Peterson. All things covered. Man, see you when we see you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all again, man. Appreciate that. Yes, sir.